Is Jacob Zuma playing to the Ludo game? That is the question which we will be developing with you through these discussions as we bring you different analysis through our conversation. We would like to give you the proper answer to this question, whether Jacob Zuma is playing a Ludo game in South Africa politics. By the end of this video, you will definitely understand for what reasons we have to question this question, and you have a clear understanding or a better understanding why Jacob Zuma is being considered as a man who's playing to a Ludo game when it comes to South Africa politics. Hello everyone, welcome back to Cool Buzz TV, welcome back to another video. So it is very important that we come and have this conversation with you at the moment, because looking at how things are sitting right now on the table, especially in South Africa politics with politicians such as Jacob Zuma, well, I believe you all have a couple of questions concerning the kind of politics which Jacob Zuma is playing so far in South Africa politics. So we are here to have this conversation. We are here to develop it in detail so that we can have to understand what kind of person called Jacob Zuma and what kind of role is he playing in South Africa politics. So it is very important that we have with you this conversation. But guys, before everything, we have to acknowledge something about Jacob Zuma. Yes, we'll be lying if we have just to go to the point without us acknowledging the person Jacob Zuma with his kind of doing things around. There's no doubt that Jacob Zuma is a big strategist in South Africa politics. Yes, there is no doubt that the figure of the man Jacob Zuma, it had kind of a very big impact in South Africa politics. And the proof to that is that look at someone such as Jacob Zuma, you will see that his background is not someone who went to expensive school. He's not someone who did politics like something somewhere there. You know, it's someone who came out from nowhere to the person that he is today. And we all know that in the world of politics, you can't go to school for it to become a leader. But you have to be born as a leader in order for you to be shining in the world of politics. And when you look very well someone such as Jacob Zuma, you'll definitely agree with me that the background of this man, the way he grew up, the way he lived his life during his youth times, to the man that he is today, you'll just tell that all these things are not happening by hazard. Actually, it's just a leader. He was born and these things run in his vein. And today, there's no doubt that Jacob Zuma, he had demonstrated to the entire country, why not even internationally. Everyone, they are even surprised to see a man who's over 80 years, he continued doing this kind of things and having this kind of impact in politics. So, there is no doubt that Jacob Zuma is a very big strategist who knows exactly what he's doing, who knows on how to play his players, and you know how to place each and everything at the right positions. Now, I'll take you a little bit back so that we can both be in the same page as we are trying to describe for you the man called Jacob Zuma and why we believe that he's playing to a Ludo game. Guys, Jacob Zuma, besides him becoming the president of the ANC, before he became the president of South Africa, he have his background, like the way he used to do things around. And that made him to shine within the ANC to the presidency of South Africa, isn't it? And he had things that he have done. And there were rumors which were raised to those who believe that Jacob Zuma is supposed not to be in the office. And these rumors came and have impact in the way that it did, and we all saw what happened back then. Jacob Zuma was removed inside the office as the president of South Africa. And those who removed Jacob Zuma in the seat, they had only one purpose, was to determine, or should I say, yes, to finish his career, his political career. They want to wipe him off and remove him. That was the plan, that everyone who wanted to destroy Jacob Zuma, that was their plan. Like, no, they want to make sure that they remove him. And once he retire, well, Thabo Mbeki is even much better, because sometimes they get to give him certain kind of platforms where he can get to deliver his speech. They can send him around Africa continent in behalf of South Africa to represent the Republic of South Africa. He have a couple of foundations, they inviting him here and there. But in case of Jacob Zuma, people who wanted to destroy Jacob Zuma the most, and you know to whom I'm referring to, because some of you might confuse and think that maybe it was the EFF. No, it never been the EFF, because proof to that, Malema himself, he have explained a couple of times, showing on how that in the EFF and the person called Malema, they never had problem of Jacob Zuma as an individual. So we all know people who wanted to destroy Jacob Zuma and what was the motivation behind it. We have made a couple of videos for you, and we demonstrate everything in black and white, and we all know who are these people. So these people, when they wanted to, when they removed Jacob Zuma in power, their mission was for them to make sure that Jacob Zuma go and sit at home. He must not have anything or any word to say in any activities that will be taking place in different areas. Now, they did that, but just to find out that they were not dealing with a small boy, but they were dealing with someone who was very intelligent, very smart, who still believed that, no, the person that fighting here, it is not the man called Jacob Zuma, but they are fighting me because of the knowledge which the man called Jacob Zuma is carrying inside him. Because this knowledge is something that it can destroy these people sooner or later. Because the vision which Jacob Zuma had for black people, for black South Africans, these people, they were even more afraid to not let Jacob Zuma be in power, or to not give Jacob Zuma good platforms which Jacob Zuma will be able to express his vision for black South Africans. So it was for that reason why these people, they have to fight Jacob Zuma. Now, since Jacob Zuma on the other side, is that kind of a stubborn old man who want to go ahead and challenge these people until to the point of making South Africans understand that, no, what's happening here is not something simple as you guys are seeing it on your TV screens. Jacob Zuma started showing his willing of coming back in politics, beside him being removed outside of the office, beside him being chased in power. He starts showing that willingness of continuing being in politics. And for that reason, these same people who want to destroy Jacob Zuma so badly, they end up now starting taking Jacob Zuma inside the court. But for what reason they had to take him inside the court? Of course, this back to square number one, which I explained to you, that they did not want to see Jacob Zuma coming and out there having political platforms where he can be able to express and tell South Africans what is his visions, and reveal certain kind of secrets which these people don't want black South Africans to be aware of. So, for the fact that Jacob Zuma went on and started exposing now, like showing his willing of coming back in politics, that's when these people, they start now taking Jacob Zuma inside the court, raising up different allegations. And all these allegations, they were doing it only in the way of making sure that Jacob Zuma, since he don't want to sit at home as a free man, but he still wants to go ahead and interfere in our business by revealing the secret which most of black South Africans are not aware of, well, we should try to do something that it will send him to jail, so that once you go in jail, we'll remain there forever, and then us will continue with our life. Guys, I always tell everyone, always watch me every time, that you see in the world of politics, what you guys are seeing on the TV It is not what happens in the reality. Yes. Whatsoever politicians come and stand in front of cameras and tell you, or maybe seeing them shaking their hands, it is not something that usually happen behind closed doors. These people, they are so rude. These people, they're so wicked behind cameras. These people, they do crazy things that if you see them doing it, you're not even gonna acknowledge them anymore. And in the case of Jacob Zuma, behind cameras, there were a lot of proposals which these people, they had even proposed to him, telling him that, no, look, as long you don't do this, we are willing to let you go. You can be free, this and that. But Jacob Zuma refused. And it is for that reason they start taking him in court and raising up all those kind of allegations. If you guys still remember very well at the beginning, when Jacob Zuma started appearing inside the court, you notice that he used to have a lot of support within the ANC. But at a certain point, this support just disappeared like that. Every time Jacob Zuma have to appear in court, he will have to find himself with his close friends or some loyal members who believe in Jacob Zuma. But that support of the ANC, it was not there anymore. You guys still remember Paul Mashatile, during his time when he used to be the Secretary General of the ANC, who came in and announced and said that from now on, if there is any ANC member who's found inside the court, we don't want to see any member of the ANC going to support them. We should leave them alone. And that is how you guys saw Jacob Zuma end up being abandoned inside the court by his own political party. If you guys ask a question, why do they have to come and start applying all these things only when Jacob Zuma was inside the court? Of course it is because the same people who want to destroy Jacob Zuma so badly, the same people who have the last word to say regardless of your vote, these people, when they go behind cameras, they usually talk to your leaders. They can tell them like, no, look, in order for you to last here forever, this is our proposal. You have to do 1, 2, 3 things for us. If you obey them, you are good to go. If you don't obey them and try to disobey them, they will consider you as their enemy number one. That's what is happening, especially in Africa politics. Look around Africa continent, you will see that each and every African leaders, they've always been approached by these two Westerns and former colonials who have to come and tell them how to do things around. If you try to disobey them, that is when they'll start coming in and try to fight you by all means in order for them to remove you and replace you with someone else who have accepted to work with them, someone who have accepted or who have said yes to their proposal. And the leadership of the ANC during that time, they did not take that decisions alone. They took that decisions according to the certain kind of agreement which they had with these people. That is how Jacob Zuma ended up being abandoned. Let's jump because a lot have happened, but let's jump a little bit further. Guys, when Jacob Zuma decided to open this political party called MK, do you think that this political party, Jacob Zuma, he was not in the position of just quitting the ANC and then open this new political party? And if you have done so, do you think that they were not going to still be members who was going to leave the ANC or leave the EFF and go to MK party? Of course, they were still going to come. But why did Jacob Zuma open another political party when he was still within the ANC? That is a question which me and you, we need to think a little bit and try to understand exactly what strategy did Jacob Zuma try to apply there in order for him to have this new political party. Because as I said, the man is a public figure, is well loved in South Africa. He has that big impact, whether it's in South Africa politics, whether it is among the nations, South Africans. It's just like he have many people who love him. I don't know whether because he's so friendly or very funny or because of his charming smile, or maybe because of the fact that he like to dingling every time whenever he speaks or what. But the man is well loved, and that is something that we can't deny him. So, with that being said, we can tell that if Jacob Zuma wanted to open a new political party on his own, he would have done so. But he did not do so. Instead, he chose to open this MK party within the ANC, because the man was playing up. He was preparing something. He was trying to pass a strong message of letting everyone know of his existence and the kind of influence or impact that he have, whether it is within the ANC or among South Africans. But you know, politicians, when they are drunk of money, when they have tasted the soup of beef, they always neglect certain things. They always forget about certain things. Even if you go in right in front of their faces and try to remind them of what they're supposed to be doing, they'll always get distracted, all because of Chalet. So this is what happened with the ANC. They were having Jacob Zuma. They could see all the moves Jacob Zuma was taking within the ANC. But yet they act if like they were not interested. Yet they neglected Jacob Zuma if like it was nothing. Yet they thought that the old man is finished. Whatever he wish to do right now, if we just release him from the ANC, he won't go anywhere, he won't do nothing. Jacob Zuma, he had raised a serious threat against the ANC before the previous elections which took place in this country. And the ANC would have seen that, but they did not pay attention to it because they were having that self-confidence of knowing that we are the ANC. Yes, we are here, we will rule until Jesus Christ come back. They had that confidence. For them, instead of them focusing on men Jacob Zuma with his so-called new political party, they were more focusing on the EFF. The so-called DA, instead of them also focusing on the ruling party, they're all focusing on the EFF, neglecting the MK party of Jacob Zuma, forgetting that no, things can change, because for them, they were just having that things of saying that these people, they are here, yes, but I don't think they will be even able to have a lot of percentage when it comes to these elections. They won't do nothing. That is the kind of confidence which they had, forgetting that no, politics is full of surprise. Guys, we also what happened late on. We also what was the result of these elections. We also how the MK end up surprising people. And today, the MK, they are promising something in South Africa politics, something that I think, according to me, it never happened to any kind of leader or political party who have left the ANC before. I'm afraid to say so, because the strategies which Jacob Zuma is applying so far, the game which Jacob Zuma is trying to play so far, it is a game which is I don't know how I can describe it in an easy way for you, but it is a game which can end good or end bad, because it is a game which is making everything float very easily. Everything's are going very well according to the plans. No complaining so far. Everything's looking so sweet. But at the same time, we don't know for how long this winning of this Ludo game will continue. And that is something that we need to pay attention to. Because, as I said earlier on, see how Jacob Zuma, he came from Norway to the man that he is today. See how he impacts the failure of the ANC in the previous elections. We all know where the votes of the ANC went. Because these things of people complaining in South Africa saying that no, we're not going to vote for the ANC or we're not going to do this, is something that the people will say like this, but the day of the vote, they'll end up voting for the ANC, isn't it? So now, when they do all these things, thank you, Linda. Now, when they do all these things, they never thought that Jacob Zuma can come and do whatsoever he's doing today. Jacob Zuma, he opened the MK within the ANC. The next things, the ANC, they took actions against him, even though they knew that it was too late. They took actions against him by expelling him from the ANC. Why? Because they end up now realizing that it is too late for us to be keeping someone such as a Jacob Zuma, because Jacob Zuma is not actually one of our members, but he is actually our rival, and we should treat him as one. Why? Because they could see on how Jacob Zuma went with the so-called MK, which was open within the ANC borders. They took it, he took it, he went with them to the elections, he won there, and the ANC dropped their percentage comparing to the other previous elections that have took place before. And then Jacob Zuma became even more powerful through this political party, the MK party. So now the ANC, they're like, okay, no, look, dude, we don't have anything to do with you now. You can go ahead and live your life. You are now a leader. And they even now release him, but they have to take him to court because they believe that the MK party should not be belonging to Jacob Zuma, because it's something which belongs to the ANC. That's another story for another day. But the point here, guys, is that the moment when the ANC opened up their eyes, it was too late already. Jacob Zuma had made up a move which affected the ANC with everything. Guys, I believe if you're still watching this video now, it's because you're finding something interesting. So do us a favor, like this video, okay? Give us your thumbs up as we're having this conversation. We'll really do appreciate that. Like this video so that many people can come and join us as we're having this conversation. I appreciate it to those who are busy doing that. Now, let me continue with what I was saying earlier on. The ANC, they end up opening up their eyes when it was too late already. Jacob Zuma had made the move. And this move, it's now it had become something that is making the ANC regretting, because looking at the shape which the ANC is right now, guys, let's maybe just pretend and take someone such as a Fikile Mbalula and put him aside, or maybe Paul Mashatile. Let's put them aside. Who else do you think, if there is a presidential elections in South Africa today, who else do you think it can come forward in behalf of the ANC and people of South Africa have to vote for him? Let's just put fanatism aside, or let us not pretend. Who else do you think in the ANC that have that impact, that if they stand here and they speak, they call for people of South Africa, and these people, they can go and vote for them? Who do you think is there? That's just a question. I'm leaving it to you. Feel free to to tell us also, who do you think deserves to be the president of South Africa in behalf of the ANC in this country? If you have a name, drop it down in the comment section. But for us so far, we don't know much to say about that. So when this thing is happening that way, on the other side, we're having MK with Jacob Zuma. Jacob Zuma, he studied these people. When I said that he opened the MK within the ANC, Jacob Zuma was actually preparing for these days. He was preparing for what we are seeing right now. He was preparing on how you will have to come and collect all the important public figure in South Africa politics. Whether you are a celebrity, whether you are a comedian, whether you are a director, whether you are a public advertiser or director, whoever you call yourself, It does not matter whether you're still in power or whether you have retired or whether you've been chased from your office, they fire you maybe. It does not matter. Actually, Jacob Zuma, he had to go and look like, no, look, I need to go for all these people, all these heads. I need to collect them one by one. Because collecting these people one by one, each one of them, they have people who believe in them, they have people who trust them, they have people who confide in them, and they have people who, oh, okay, someone is saying here that Panyaza Lusufi it can try to be the president of the ANC. Okay, that sounds very good. I mean, after all, there's no doubt about that, because Panyaza Lusufi is one of the ANC leaders who are still having at least that good reputations, and even their leadership in whatsoever they have tried to have, like, to lead so far. They have not, their reputation, I don't know why, unless if I'm wrong, but their reputation is not that much damage. So, well, we shall see. Back to what I was saying, guys. So Jacob Zuma, he had to go for all these people because he knows that these people, they have influence. These people, they have people who love them, and me having them by my side is gonna make me become even more powerful. So the first strategies, which is Jacob Zuma, I mean the second strategies, which is Jacob Zuma, apply on this case, was now when he have to go and start fetching these people one by one. You know them by the names. I can't be calling all their names here, but you know the people I'm referring to. Those who used to be the maybe former COP, this one used to be maybe former ESCOM director, this one used to be there. Everyone. He even went far to the point of going to dish up in the EFF of Julius Malema, and it not just dish up like any small fish or whatnot. It dish up big men such as Floyd Shivambu, because you could see already that the kind of impact which Floyd Shivambu is bringing or having in the EFF, if I have to take him, well, I think it's going to work for me. Why? Because Jacob Zuma realized that I just opened a new political party. And so far, I need someone. Because it is one thing to open a political party, and it is another thing for you to grow it up. I can give you his example. Look at in our parliament. How many political parties are seated in that parliament, and how many of them do you know personally? Monye D said that Ramaphosa is the worst person ever. Well, that is your point of view, and I believe that those ones who believe or who agree with you. So, as I said earlier on, as we don't want to comment much about that. Guys, back to what I was saying. So, opening up a new political party, it is one thing. Maintaining it is another thing. That's why, personally, I always congratulate people such as Julius Malema, because seeing the circumstances which he left the ANC and seeing the things that they have done in the past 10 years as a leader of a new political party, guys, like him or not, but that's it needs for you to be smart. If you're not smart, you're not going to go anywhere, you won't do anything. That's why I was asking you, like in the parliament, how many political parties do we have over there, and how many of them yourself do you know them? Let's remove these big ones such as DA, ANC, FF, MK, so on, and so on. How many political parties do you know yourself there? I think you won't even mention 20 of them. Why? Because they don't exist. They are only kind of like a family political party, whereby whenever there's elections, it is either their community that vote for them, or maybe their wife and their family relatives, They're the people who have to come and vote for them. So, Jacob Zuma now, he have accepted to fight the ANC, to destroy the ANC in order for him to implement his visions, in order for him to expose the mafia of those who want to destroy him so badly, in order for him to make South Africans understand that something is happening. And if you don't open your eyes right now, you will regret. Now, what did Jacob Zuma do? He have to go and dish up someone such as a Floyd Shivambu, because he knows very well that Floyd Shivambu is someone who can help him stabilize this MK political party. He's a person who can come and plate it every way, in every zone, in every sectors. So he did all this because he's kind of like thinking that, no, in order for me to win the next elections, we need to have this political party everywhere. As much people that are talking about EFF, as much that are talking about ANC, is the same way. And he wanted to do the same thing. And then he went on, he succeeded. He took Floyd Shivambu. I don't know what kind of the offer he had proposed to him in order for Floyd Shivambu to accept to his proposal. But me, I will tell you again, these guys, there were no politicians. There is no way you come and tell me, oh, I'm a Floyd Shivambu. I'm telling you that, no, I've not had any kind of agreement you did with, I mean, I did not have any kind of agreement I did with President Zuma, or there were not any promises or anything like that. They are lying. They are lying, guys. According to the resource we have in our possession, there's a serious deal to that, and this is not the right time for us to talk about it, because we don't want to be sued by someone thinking that, no, maybe we are making things up. When the time is right, we'll talk about it. There's something which is they're preparing, which because, guys, come to think of it, I'm just opening another paragraph there. Can't you ask yourself a question? Someone such as a Floyd Shivambu, leaving the EFF without no fighting, without having problem there, or that all of us were aware of, he just abandoned everything like that and go somewhere else. And you find that normal. And the things that he abandoned is not like a Uputu and or maybe something. No, he abandoned something which belongs to him. The EFF belongs to Floyd Shivambu as much it belongs to Julius Malema. But this man, he accepted to abandon. It's like you're abandoning your own house. Now, put yourself in my issue or in my way of thinking. Do you think you can abandon a house for you to go and sleep outside? Guys, do you think someone can abandon something which belongs to them for them to go and struggle in the streets? No. If things have to happen in that case, we all know that a person can abandon whatsoever they are having. It is because they find something much more better, which they believe that here I'll benefit more. And that is the simple way of understanding the whole game. Floyd Shivambu abandoned the EFF because he believed that there is something that's going to benefit more than what he was benefiting from the EFF. And you guys can see already the kind of impact is already start having in the MK. To show you that there were not even a problem, and to prove that this was something which he had planned behind Julius Malema. Did you guys watch his interview, his previous interview he gave to one of the journalists around? You heard what he said? That I did not even see the reason why I should say goodbye to Julius Malema. For what reasons? A man who considered you as his brother, a man who considered you as his best friend, A man will have to come and say that no, if they go somewhere and they stand up, you go to the toilet, you'll rather prefer to leave his drinks, his glass of drinks there on the table where Floyd is seated, because he knows that Floyd is not going to hurt him. And the next thing is you leave this person just like that. So obviously there's a reasons which motivated Floyd Shivambu to leave. And that reason is not what they're telling you in front of the cameras. The truth is that the reason is because he have to do something that will benefit him. And that was a 1+ for President Jacob Zuma. Because he knows very well that having someone such as a Floyd Shivambu, it will allow him to have even more members within the EFF. Julius Malema, when he accepted the resignations of Kayona Steve, is saying that there is nothing wrong. Well, there's nothing wrong, of course. We are not saying that there's something wrong, but we're just trying to telling you that Floyd Shivambu, him leaving the EFF is because there is a deal, okay? There is a deal, and that deal, it is between him, between him and the former President Jacob Zuma. So there's nothing wrong, but of course, all time will tell if there's something wrong about it or not. So guys, Jacob Zuma knew very well that having someone such as a Floyd Shivambu by his side is gonna help him to have a lot of people within the EFF. When Julius Malema acknowledged the letter of resignations of Floyd Shivambu, he said that there will be many people who will have to leave the EFF. When he announced that, people were thinking that maybe he was lying. Today, where are we? How many members of the EFF they have left the EFF so far to join the MK party? So that is another thing just for you to understand on how the whole things was planned. And today we are talking about members such as Busisiwe Mkweba, and there's a couple of them who have to go and join this political party. You know, last week I watched and listened to Busisiwe Mkweba talking, guys, when they asked him a question like, why is it that he chose the MK, he decided to leave the EFF? The answer she gave, I was not expecting that from someone such as her, because Busisiwe Mkweba, she is someone who have a very good reputation in this country, and she have done a lot of things in this country, which we all appreciate her for that. But a point of view, it was just kind of like I could not get it. She was lost. She sounded like someone who was there busy singing for their supper. Because, for an example, when she's saying that no, I choose to join the MK political party because it is the only party which does this or which is there for black people and that, then the next question is, was that not the case in the EFF? Because we have some footage of her saying the same thing for EFF. When she first joined the EFF, they ask her questions, why you joined the EFF? The same language she applied in the MK political party is the same thing that she have said before with the EFF. So this kind of members, you can tell already that they can be a very big danger for MK party in the future, especially for Jacob Zuma. As we said earlier on, that the Ludo game which President Jacob Zuma is playing right now, it is a game which can work in his advantage in order for him to succeed with his mission, or it is something that can end up turning wrong for him, like by destroying him, by like, I don't know even how I can put it, but we can just have an idea of what I'm trying to say. Because today, everyone now want to join the MK political party. Those who are still active in politics, those who have retired, those who have been fired from their offices, those who have been what, all of them, they want to join the MK, which is very good. It is a good sign showing that there is a a unity of black South Africans who are coming up together, putting their hands together in order for them to defeat the white monopolitical. But for how long will this have to go this way? Are we not gonna start experiencing another drama tomorrow? Because all these people who are coming in the MK party, they are leaders in their own corners, regardless of how many people who believe in them. But they have a group of people who believe in them, who listen to them. And these people, seeing them joining the MK political party, they'll do things according to what these leaders will be telling them. For example, if you take someone such as a Papa Penny, and then it happened that, since he's a member of the parliament in behalf of the MK party, if that man go in his local show where he usually do his activities, normal activities, and he ask his audience that, no, guys, let us go and vote for Jacob Zuma, do you think who will refuse to do so? If you take these other leaders, let's say, for example, this former, governor or mayor of the KwaZulu-Natal, is there. You have people who believe in him. Brian Mulefe, there are so many of them who are there. These people, they'll add a 1+. And proof to that, you can see, even with Floyd Shivambu, he left the EFF, he was alone, but today, there are those ones who are joining him. Forget about these ones that they are announcing on the MK, saying that, no, this one have joined us. But there are those ones who are simple and normal individuals. These people, they've been joining the MK already. Did you guys saw the impact which the MK is having in the Eastern Cape? Who could have imagined such a place like that? The MK party will be having, the MK party will be growing that way. They are growing very fast in their numbers. So that is the strategy which Jacob Zuma did by bringing different public figures, politicians, celebrities, everyone, by bringing them together, by telling them that, no, we are black people, we need to unite because we need to liberate ourselves for real, which is true. And these people now, they are coming. Now, they always say that they can't be two leaders. And to show you how strategic Jacob Zuma is, he refused for these things of conference and what to choose for the leadership. No. He makes sure that you owe that things. That, no, this MK party, it is here, I'm the leader, and we have the leadership, we're done. So every decisions or any kind of nominee that will happen in the MK party, Jacob Zuma will be the first one and the last one to say the last word. Now, someone saying that we trust Jacob Zuma, you want to build a strong foundation with experienced people. That's very correct, my brother or my sister. That is very true. That's why I called him. I said that he's a man with a strategy. He knows exactly where he was going. So he had to go and recruit all those people. Look, people that he recruited recently. Some of them, we all know that they used to be there, like, having a big influence in the country, impact in this and kind of things. But he had to go and bring all these people together. When he bring them like that, it is something which I think in 2022, I made a video, I was talking about these things of the ANC losing their members or neglecting some of their members. I spoke about it. I remember me saying that, no, the ANC, if they want to keep their people or their voters, they should make sure that they keep everyone and they must go and look for those members of the ANC that they have rejected, or maybe who have joined other political parties, those public directors who are no longer in the office, who used to work for them. They must go and bring them back and sit with these people. It is on that way they'll be able to survive. But it seems like it's something that they never really pay attention to it. And today, where are we? What happened now at the end of the day? So Jacob Zuma is a strategy in the way that he had to go and look for all these people, because he knows that these people, once they're here, they're going to help me more. Today you're having Floyd Shivambu there as a national, is it what, national political, what, I forgot again the position, but I know that he's in charge of plating the MK political party around the country, which is good at. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The guy is good at that point, that part. Today they nominate Bosum Kweban in the province of Pumalanga there. So all these leaders, when they come in, you have to find something that you can put them at, so that they can be at the service of the MK political party, which is good. So far, everything looks like this, isn't it? Everything's look fine, and this is a very it's a very good initiation that we both need to support as a black child. But one thing I notice, many people, they are distracted at. Something that I notice many people, they are not paying attention to. People have not asked themselves a question to know, what will happen if, God forbid, Jacob Zuma die? Or if Jacob Zuma is no longer around? What will be the MK party? These people that we are seeing today, who are entering the MK party, who are leaving their political parties, their activities, their groups, and whatsoever you call it, to join the political party which called MK. How will be their future tomorrow if Jacob Zuma is no longer there? Because obviously, Jacob Zuma, they refuse leadership to be elected, because according to Jacob Zuma, he said that they don't have that kind of money to be spending. That's another good strategy of him refusing to organize the elections within the MK party. Instead, he preferred to take that to mind for the elections, to play it the part and make the party grow all over South Africa soil. So, now what will happen? Because all these people are leaders in their categories from wherever they are coming from. They believe that they have also a word to say, and they knew so that no, whenever I say something, there are people who listen to me. Now, if we thought of what will happen if Jacob Zuma is no longer alive, will these people be able to sit one place and have a common sense of speaking one language, or having a better understanding of one another? That is the question. Many people so far, they seem to be very distracted, and they are not paying attention to that. Because whether we like it or not, sooner or later, Jacob Zuma will die. Yeah, we all gonna die some days. So these people, when they're approaching or when they're entering the MK, if it is up to me, if I have to give them advice, they're supposed to be discussing already on how to start organizing the leadership of the MK, where it is a free and fair for everyone to become the leader of the MK. So that in the absence of President Zuma, there should not be fight, because I'm afraid to say that if something happened to President Zuma today, tomorrow these people will start fighting. And once they start fighting, that's when the division is gonna enter among themselves, and then they're not gonna be able to speak the same language anymore. They'll start now having serious problem. They'll start now fighting, they'll start having this, everyone pulling their groups here and that. And once that happens, the future of MK party won't be guaranteed anymore. So that is something, a capital questions, which we both need to pay attention to. Recruiting people is good. Bringing different people's, different categories of politicians or celebrities, it is good. Not only for Jacob Zuma, but for black South Africans. But if we thought of what will happen tomorrow, if the old man is no more around, it is the questions that bring us back to what we said earlier on. This Ludo game that Jacob Zuma is playing right now, it is something that can work or not. All right. Someone say that no, we trusted in, we trust, actually, we mean to say that we trust Dr. Or the, should I say the judge, the former judge, Molofe. Yeah, there's a brain there. There's a pure brain there. The man is very smart. The man have a very good reputation. The man, yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about that, Dr. Molofe. There's no doubt about that. But I'm just talking about that right now in the MK party. He's not the only man who's there. When you trust him, what about people such as Floyd Shivambu? What about people such as Busisiwe Mkweban? What about people such as Manye? What about people such as, there's a couple of people who are there, man. We can all see them. Do you think all these people, they'll be able to go and bow down to Dr. Molofe? Do you think that they'll go there and just say that, oh, no, okay, since the old man is no longer here, we're here at your leadership, tell us what to do? Of course, there'll be those who will challenge him. There'll be those ones who will be like, no, we need to do the election right now. And the next thing, there'll be those ones who will start protesting, saying that, no, I'm the one who won. And then, so, it's not something that we wish, but as a human being, we need to think beyond all this. We need to see on how things will look like, how the future will look like. It is only that way. It is only that way we can be able to tell who's right on this and who's not right. You get my point? So, the game which Jacob Zuma is playing, it is something that can work in his advantage, or it's something that can also not work accordingly the way it's supposed to be working. Now, let's go now on the good sides of this recruitment that we are seeing Jacob Zuma doing. Guys, the good side is that in the next elections, if things continue in this way, I'm telling you, the MK will be in power. I'm sure by this time, some of you, you are just looking at me and you'll be like, hey, what is this one talking about? Well, we've been saying this many times. There's a couple of things we had predicted through our show, I mean, in our analysis. We're telling you things, and people never really believe or pay attention to what we were saying until it happens. For example, Jacob Zuma leaving the ANC, Jacob Zuma opening up the political party. We had said about these things when everything was fine. Perhaps by then no one have ever tried to pay attention to what we were saying. But today, where are we? Isn't it Jacob Zuma is having a political party? So why not us predicting, saying that no, with everything that we know so far about Jacob Zuma and the MK party, their mission is to take over South Africa from the ANC. There's no doubt about that. Besides that, it is how things works in the world of politics. You can't survive in the opposition for too long. You need to be in power because politics is money. Politics, it is money. That's why you see most of people, even once they retire, or even they got expelled from a certain kind of activities within their political parties, instead of them going to start a new political party, they rather prefer to join another political party regardless of their talent. Why? Baba, it's about to mula. This one here, this one from Free State, what is his name again? This former ANC member who was expelled at the same time, with Jacob Zuma. This one who's inside the court, what is his name? It's Paul. I forgot him. I forgot the name, guys. Please help me. S. Magashule. Thank you so much for reminding. Yes, that's the name I was looking. So, guys, we also, as he got stuck He went on and opened his own political party. South Africa is a movie. He went on, he opened his political party. Of course, there's no doubt that Magashule have a very big impact in South Africa, especially in the side of Free State. We can tell that he have a lot of people who are supporting him over there. And he had that confidence that no, now that I'm no longer in the ANC, let me just open my own political party. These people don't vote for me. So he was one of those people who have to go and start prostrating in the for the elections. And as we're talking right now, that political party is not going anywhere because the men have to join another political party. Who knows, maybe he's one of the people who will be announced as the new members of the MK party in the near future. Because running a political party, guys, is not easy. It's about money. We're talking about a lot of millions and millions of money. The government can sponsor you. Maybe some companies can sponsor you. But guys, politics is money. There's a lot of money. Let me give a very simple example, maybe that will make you understand all this better. Look what is happening in America. Donald Trump himself is a mighty billionaire, right? But this guy, yet, since he's campaigning, is still fighting, begging people such as Elon Musk, begging other people on the Democrat side, people such as Kamala. She's busy also seeking for help from people such as Beyonce. Why? Because it's all about money. It needs a lot of money. And that's where you see some companies or families or people such as Guptas, or you know them, these people, that's where they come in, because they know that if I give you 100 million today, if you succeed, you win the elections, me, I'm going to make 100 billion. Because by then now, they'll be the one who imposing you the kind of tender they want to take, any kind of tender. You can call companies can go there, they will be sitting there just to do the normal forms. Like, yes, before we give this tender, we called for companies. There were about 4,000 companies which came and sit here, and then we choose this one. Because the owner or the company will take that tender. It was already being chosen. And tell me, with this kind of behaviors, do you think corruption will ever finish? I don't think so. So guys, back to what I was saying, that politics is money. If you have money, you are good to go. If you don't have money, then you're stuck. And Jacob Zuma of the MK, they knew that no, we don't have money for us to spend and start organizing all these people. What we need is to recruit people. These people that the one who come and make these things work. And once they do their jobs, it's gonna give the ANC a serious challenge. The ANC, they won't be able to continue winning elections anymore. They'll stop them. The previous elections, the ANC, they came out below 50%. What guarantee do we have that in the next elections they'll be able to go up in their numbers, or they're going to decrease again? Because talking about growing up, how possible is it that now Jacob Zuma is not only dishing out people from the EFF, but is also actually taking people from the ANC? You heard him in the video I played for you, the old man saying that no, there's still gonna be more members from the ANC who are going to join this political party. How did he know so? Isn't it because they are already start talking as much he used to talk with the Floyd Shivambu or any other politicians? So they are still working on it. They're still having certain kind of agreement. And once that moment comes, you just see people retiring or resigning from their posts just like that, without being chased, without being asked or anything like that. Guys, please like this video now. Please like this video. I appreciate. So that's the things. It is a strategy which Jacob Zuma have put on place in order for him to make sure that people who want to destroy him so badly, they can end up paying for all their crimes that they have committed against him. So I believe now you have a clear idea and you have a clear answer to the question we asked earlier on, that what if Jacob Zuma is playing to a Ludo game? We will demonstrate everything for you, and that's what we have decided to have this conversation with you right now. So I think that would be all. Please drop your comment in the comment section. Tell us also what you think about this conversation that we just have with you. Share your opinions with us, and tell us the topic which you would like us to discuss with you in our next video. We'll have look on it and see if it's something interesting. We can still talk about it, because here we are at Cool Buzz TV. It is a platform which we had created for us to be having this kind of conversation. So feel free to always comment down in the comment section, so that you can get to give also your opinions, because we believe that your opinion count also the most. So I think that is all for now. Continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao, guys.